Dear viewers, this is the first edition of Career Compass, a conclave towards choosing careers. Career Compass, an initiative of Don Bosco Egmore. The career choices we make today decide our course of life. Do you like what you do? Or do you do what you like? You wish to be 1 in a million or 1 in 100? Do you like working hard or working smart? Though we are living during unpredictable times, though we live in the global village of uncertainties, yet we seek the land of opportunities over to the first and most sought-after profession in recent times. People were craving for justice. People were craving for a new world order. People who wish to see the change and be the change. This is it. Welcome to the nobility of legal profession. And nobility implies Mr. John Raja Singh. He has done his BE in Computer Science and Engineering and MTech in Computer Information Technology, and further went on to IIT to do his LLB at Kharagpur. Wishing you a great day here, sir, with us. Mr. John Raja Singh is a practicing advocate before the Honorable High Court of Madras since September 2012. His areas of practice include criminal law, property law, contract law, cyber law, constitutional law, public interest law, and even family law. He studied at IIT Kharagpur and he passed out in flying colors. And prior to his legal profession, he worked as a senior software engineer at Accenture Services Private Limited and as a lecturer at SRM University. Well, dear all, this episode focuses on career plans. In particular, the necessity to go for law as an option. Why law is of paramount importance. What personality traits one should inherit for doing law and to be successful in it. What are the various facets of law? What are the specializations you need to master in law? The eligibility conditions, the renowned law institutions and law schools, and above all, the intricacies of the profession. All this and more will be presented in a brief, condensed, succinct form by our guest, Mr. John Raja Singh. Over to Sir for his deliberations.
Hello students. Before you decide to get into a law course, the first and foremost decision that you have to take is that whether you are going to do a 5-year integrated law course or you are going to do a law course after completion of a degree. The knowledge of different types of law school is very much essential for a student aspiring to get into a law admission. We have different types of law schools and also law colleges, like the national law schools. For example, the National Law School of India University, Bangalore, the National Law University, Jodhpur. We have also the IIT Kharagpur Law School, which is in IIT Kharagpur. We have the private law schools like the Jindal Global Law School, the Symbiosis Law School. We also have the government law colleges like the Tamil Nadu Dr. Ambedkar Government Law College, Chennai. And also we have School of Excellence in Law in Taramani, Chennai. So how do you know the ratings of law schools? We have the National Institutional Ranking Framework of the Ministry of Human Resource Development, Ministry of Education, Government of India, which is available at this website. You can just go inside the website by clicking to that link. And if you could see the rankings of 2020, we could see the National Law School of India, Bangalore has come into the first place, and the National Law University of New Delhi has come into the second place, and you also have the IIT Law School, which is ranked at the 4th place. If any student needs any other additional information on what criterion those rankings are based on, they may very well click the PDF file which is available in that website and see the further details. So how to get admitted into a law school? Basically, a law school admission involves clearing an entrance test which is prescribed by the concerned university or the law school. The government law colleges admit students based on the higher secondary examination marks. The different types of tests to get admitted into the law schools are CLAT, the common law admission test, which is meant for getting admitted to the national law schools. The National Law University Delhi has their own admission test, which is called as the All India Law Entrance Test. The IIT Law School has its own entrance test. The Symbiosis Law School conducts a test which is called a SLAT, which expands to Symbiosis Law Admission Test. And the Jindal Law School conducts its own entrance test, which is called as the LSAT, Law School Admission Test. The aptitudes required for clearing a law school entrance test are logical reasoning, analytical skills, capacity to read and imbibe, memorizing abilities, basic English language knowledge, current affairs, including general knowledge, legal reasoning, quantitative techniques. The basic core courses remains the same for all the students while studying law, but they have an option of specializing in their area of interest by selecting electives or while they do the internships. There are many areas of specialization in law like criminal law, contract law, intellectual property law, constitutional law, company law, family law, property law, cyber law, arbitration. The career options available are litigation, corporate in-house counsel. You can also get into the judiciary, judicial clerkship, legal journalism, legal process outsourcing, academia, social work like working with the National Commission of Women, National Human Rights Commission, and also the NGOs. Though there are different career options available after your study of law, I would like to give a brief about the career option of getting into litigation. You all would have heard about advocates practicing before the courts, including the High Court and the Supreme Court of India. After you complete your law degree, to get into the practice of law, you have to first enroll before the concerned State Bar Council. Thereafter, you have to clear the All India Bar exam that would be conducted by the Bar Council of India. Subsequently, you can start your practice as an advocate. Initial years of practice as an advocate is very challenging, and it may take many years to command good fees. The good thing about getting into litigation, being an advocate practicing before various courts, is that after many years of practice and after earning your own name and reputation, you can command good fees. You also get wiser as you get older. There is no retirement, and you also get chance to work with various legal issues. If you wish to get more details about the law school entrance tests, you can just go through all these links and you will get more information on the law school entrance tests. To get further details about the law college admissions in Tamil Nadu, you may please click the two links, and all the details required is given in those links.
Welcome back, dear sir.
Thank you so much.
In fact, you have left no stone unturned. Every facet of the legal profession, you were able to bring it to such simple terms that even a common man can understand without any difficulty. So, on the legal profession, I don't think so I need to ask any more questions being an amateur in this. So, only two questions. It could be a little bit personal questions. The surprise question number one. It's been given in the profile of yours that you have done your Bachelor in Engineering and you moved over to your MTech, and after which you did your IIT. At IIT Kharagpur, you did your law. What made you to make this big digression nearly a decade ago from being a very successful person as a engineer at Accenture. You left that lucrative job and then you moved over to the legal profession. You started enrolling yourself at IIT Kharagpur. What made you to do that? What prompted you to do that? Why this paradigm shift?
Thank you so much for asking that question. I always felt that I had the skills of a lawyer and that I can do a lot of good things to the society, and I can also support the public in upholding their rights. But I didn't get opportunities initially to study law. Thereafter, after completing my engineering and doing my MTech, and while getting employed with Accenture as a senior software engineer, I got an opportunity to see the advertisement from IIT Kharagpur regarding the law course which is hosted by them. I was so happy when I saw the advertisement because I got a chance to fulfill two of my dreams. One is to get a degree from IIT Kharagpur. The other one is to study law from IIT Kharagpur and thereafter enroll as an advocate. I always feel that being an advocate comes with a lot of responsibility because there's a lot of nobility involved in the profession, and we can contribute back to the society by upholding the interests of the clients, by upholding the interests of the public, and fighting for their rights. So I think this is a profession in which my skills will be better utilized than being into the software profession. So that is where I took a decision of shifting from being a software engineer and going into studying law and then getting enrolled before the concerned bar council and then started to practice as an advocate.
Great, sir. I think we must thank the newspaper boy. You put the newspaper that day because you saw that ad.
Yes.
Great. The second question is going to be even more personal. Since you made this digression, in spite of so many people who would have told you not to go for this, why do you switch over from this profession, from software to legal profession? In spite of that, you would have stood firm on it and you did your legal studies. But was there at any point of time, after you finished your legal studies, was there at any point of time you regretted for choosing this profession? And how did you bounce back? How did you get back that hope? You didn't become despondent. You didn't fall into melancholy. You didn't get frustrated. You were able to bounce back. And what was the cause and effect? What made you to bounce back?
The decision to study law comes with a lot of programming in the mind, as far as I am concerned, because when I took the decision to study law, I definitely know that I am not going to get an income for the next 3 years while I was studying at IIT Kharagpur. And I also know that even after completion of the law course, I have to get enrolled myself before the concerned state bar council, and I have to start my practice, and I have to find my own clients. I have to get my own reputation and name. I definitely knew this, and therefore I programmed my mind to that extent that I could just see minimum 8 years ahead of me with no proper income. And I also understand the challenges in the legal profession. So I didn't get a chance to go to that extent of falling into a kind of melancholy, because I have programmed my mind prior to that extent that these are the possibilities and challenges which will be there in this profession, and I should be ready to face it. So as I have programmed my mind to that extent, whenever I got a chance to find a situation which brings me some desolation, the pre-programming helped me to overcome that.
Great, sir. I think it clearly goes without saying that planning makes a man perfect.
Yeah.
Hats off to you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you are two simple words that epitomizes all feelings of gratitude. Thank you, dear sir, for giving away your most valuable time. We really appreciate the nobility you uphold in your field of legal profession. The hints you gave us on legal studies should be an eye-opener. It's indeed a pleasure to have you, Mr. John Raja Singh. Thank you, sir.